All right, guys, and we're live, man, back on the podcast with Zherka.
Let's fucking go!
We did a fire episode yesterday with Organic, Dom, and myself. It was really dope. We're good to have you back, man. Good
to be home, for real. And you know what? You're kind of growing on me.
I appreciate it, man. So yeah, guys, Marion's doing his stream right now. Marion Gazette's go support him as well. But we're gonna cover today a woman's past and can religion save women in totality.
Say that again. What?
Can religion save women in totality?
Let's
because
go.
I think that like a lot of women nowadays, bro, their past, they think it's like nothing bad. The past doesn't matter. They've changed. They found Christ, and now they're pure to the heart.
You're talking about the redhead. What's that bitch name?
Nala?
Nala, yeah. You buy that shit?
No. But here's the thing, right? They made it public to us. So it's kind of like now we have to look at it like, is she being for real? Is she
I feel like, Fresh, your nature is that, like when you talk about Nala, I feel like you're the type that actually will, even though you don't believe her, you'll forgive her on some Jesus energy. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like if she was here, you'd be like, you're a fucking liar. Would you?
You know what I would do? I would let her think that I believe her. But deep down, I'm like, nah, you capping. But here's the bad part, right? Is that like, imagine this, right? Christ can save people for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
He can save anybody. The problem is when they pretend to use it as a guise, I get mad.
Yeah.
Because now you're capping to us and the audience. It's like, yo, you're still doing the same things you're doing before you were baptized, before you found Christ, and you're saying that he saved you. I don't see it.
What if she says it's just licking a spoon? That's, is that everything else is reformed, so we got to give her some credit.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know how to navigate here because she's doing better for sure.
But there's like a path that they follow, right? They'll do the bad stuff, get messed up, and say, okay, how do I redeem myself to the public or to my new man? And basically,
a business move. It's a business move still.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
They'll do like a wardrobe change. They'll change their whole outfit, their whole look, and say, I've been saved. I'm good to go now. Yeah. But you're still at the parties. We still see you. You're still saying the bad things that you said all the time. You're still with the niggas that you used to have beforehand.
And we haven't seen you go broke with your convictions. We want to see that phase.
Yeah.
Because she's making a lot going on Michael Knowles and shit like that.
Well, she mentioned she's still getting revenue from OnlyFans. That girl Nala.
Okay, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I'm dead ass, bro. She's like,
so what's on the count if she's reformed? It's deleted?
This is where I say like it's all a scam, bro. It
is a scam because she's getting the cooking stuff she's posting on OnlyFans.
And they make Christians and Christ look bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm all for it. Hey, do your debauchery.
Yeah.
Is what it is. But keep it there. Yeah. Don't say that Christ saved me. Now I'm saved. Look at me. Woe's me. It's messed up.
What about the people who say, but Fresh, you fuck bitches and you're a Christian. Aren't you like Nala? Because when they say that to me, I'm like, bro, you watch porn all day. What the fuck is the difference from you and Fresh fucking bitches? Everyone who watches a lot of internet, they admit, anonymously, they admit that they're, I wouldn't say porn addicts, but every day they do it, which is, to me, that's an addiction, right?
No, it's a very good question. So my thing is like, I always say on the camera, especially in front of the public, that I'm not a good practicing Christian. I say it 100%. Now, mind you, I know my roots.
And they are fapping every day to porn. They're the good Christians?
No, they're not either. But to openly say certain things, and then, okay, for example, when a girl says to us, like, okay, I've changed, I've been baptized, I'm a new person, right? You should see the new changes, at least.
Yeah.
But when you're the same, it's like, bro, what are you doing? You're just capping. But again, for me, it's like, okay, I know where I need to be, but I'm not there fully yet.
For me, a good Christian is anyone who brings me back to the cross. When I'm beefing Gary, nothing makes me want to forgive him. I don't know why. It's just because he's an atheist or whatever. Yeah. When I'm beefing you and I have to roast those clips, I stare at the cross, something feels off, and you debated Muhammad Hijab on it, so and that's tough to do because he dunks on people, he makes people look like fools and shit like that.
Yeah.
But that was tough. I'm like, oh shit, if Fresh can somehow through that symbol easily make me forgive him, but Gary cannot do it. The only difference is Fresh is a Christian.
Yeah.
So anyone who brings me back to forgiving energy, I feel like it's an aura thing, bro. There's something about Gary doesn't have the same aura as someone who wears the cross. I don't give a fuck about lifestyle at all. I mean, like, who brings me back to scripture? That's the way I look at it.
I don't think he's an atheist, though, but I think he does have his beliefs in
come on, bro.
numerology and a higher power. But this is what I will say, though.
Right, not an atheist, but whatever that is. Yeah.
Is that, does a girl's past matter? Because the question always comes on the show with After Hours, and I'm like, it does matter because without her past, I don't know who she really is. And what happens is she'll say I'm saved and I'm a changed person, but she can always go back to that past from before. So it's kind of like a messed up scenario because like you want to believe her, but you can't because it's messed.
Yeah, and now I understand why Scripture says a lot. There's a lot about don't judge people, because we can go into Nala, but we can go into Zherka and Fresh very easily, right? And so I used to think of it as moral architecture, like, where you, let's say I was a crook and I worked at nightclubs, and now slowly becoming to a podcaster, there's some development there. Yeah. But then you could say Nala developed too, because she's doing some kind of cooking that's, I'm going to just say it. If she's using that OnlyFans, bro, I don't see any moral progression that way. That feels really wrong.
Do you remember Sam Frank? Neil's girl?
Yeah.
So she got baptized a couple months ago, and I actually said, you know what? I'm happy for you. Good shit. Like props to you. That's amazing, right? But then I saw a clip of her cursing somebody out, talking shit, and I'm like,
venomous woman.
You're still the same. So what really changed and what transpired? But you shifted your audience to more Christian based now. You get it?
Yeah.
So you went from no audience to saying I'm baptized and saved now to a more Christian based audience to grow your audience. But my thing is like, is it even real? Because you're doing the same shit anyway.
And you would make the argument that she became worse. Yeah. She became more vicious over time.
Poor Neon, bro. like, I feel bad for the dude, bro.
I mean, the girl got rich off him.
Yeah.
Like, nobody knows how rich, but this girl was buying GT3 RSs. That's
not cheap, bro.
That's not the Cayman. That's the
cheap,
big
bro.
boy one. Oof. That is the big boy one. And you know what's crazy is, like, nothing will make me more of a, quote unquote misogynist than when they buy that car at 22 years old. Like, that shit, there's nothing that makes me more away from God than when I see an OnlyFans girl buy a car that's meant for men. Like, that car is meant for men. Like, men know every spec, every detail. And when I see that, I'm like, imagine I'm in college at her age and I'm opening her on Twitter. That's gotta be, what are you, jealous? It's like, yeah, we are. What the fuck?
I just think of it as like, we get the last laugh. They can have the fun now and all that shit, but they don't know how to use it. Like that girl Jelly Bean, right? She bought an SEO or SVJ and smashed the window. If it's real, it's crazy, but I don't think it's real. Might be real. But the point is that, like,
do you feel it though? There's a gut punch to an OnlyFans sex
Coco punch!
Exactly. There is a gut punch. There's no feeling like this. I can't compare it to anything else. There's this special type of gut punch feeling when a sex worker buys a male's dream car at a young age. If it's like 35, it's a little different. But at 22 years old, let's say, I just know so many 22-year-old men who work hard.
Yeah.
And they're looking at Kuras. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sad because, like, as much as we work towards becoming better men, and it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight.
It takes time, anxiety, many lonely nights. Bro, if you're successful and you get bitches, you still have many lonely nights because you got to run the business. And if there's anyone in your house, that totally takes you off center.
Yeah.
So people don't understand that. Like, bro, I hate, you can't say someone has it easy. I genuinely think a 22-year-old OnlyFans woman has it way too easy, and that's why she deals with psychological repercussions and she tries to cope with the Jesus thing. But in my head, I'm like, there's never been anything more unfair than, a kid grows up looking at Hurricanes and then these bitches suck dick for one. There's never been. I guess it is fair because she belongs to the streets. You got to suck Indian dick for it. I guess it balances out. Right, Chad? Like, it balances out, but I don't know. I've always seen those memes where it's like watching drug dealers and OnlyFans women buy their 5th supercar.
Yeah.
While I'm doing my master's degree, I've always, even though I'm not in school, I always related to those. I was like, yeah, I've seen that too many times. And you know what Myron would say? He'd say that's actually like very small percentage of the population, but for Fresh and I, it's not, because we're in the industry. So for us, that's the whole fucking half the population of our industry.
Yeah.
That we see it everywhere.
But what's alarming is that they're buying these cars and some of them buy them cash.
Yeah.
Which means
I bought mine cash.
They're making.
You didn't buy a car unless it's cash, by the way.
Yeah. They're making a lot of money. But here's the best part about it for us as men, right? They may be winning now at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, their psychological, mental state is fucked. And as well, they're not happy. Bro, I've met thousands of OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how. And the point is, they're all depressed and they all want to find love, but they can't. Yeah. And the guy that they're fucking with, they know that he's a piece of shit, but that's all they can get. So deep down, they may have the material stuff, they might have the lifestyle, but they're not fucking happy, bro.
I really thought the one time I disagreed with Fresh and Fit was when you guys would say, the woman still wins. She'll still find someone to marry her. And now that years have passed, we're seeing that that's not true. OnlyFans women are actually ending up alone because they want the guy that doesn't want them, right?
Because they can get married to a simp.
Yeah, but they don't want that.
Cuck, but they're
used to winning, so
yeah. But the fact is that, like, no matter what happens, as men, if we work on ourselves, we get the last laugh.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. Like, dude, I'm 32 years old. Oh, no, right? I've had, like, every car you can think of. Lambo, Ferrari, McLaren. And all in all, like, for a guy that wants to be successful and have things to in life, you can get it. But it takes time. So.
Which McLaren? 720?
570S. The worst car I ever bought, bro.
It's dangerous as fuck, right?
Dude, it breaks down. Yeah. It's one of the first generation McLarens.
Don't pretend like the doors going up didn't get your dick sucked more than anything. Miami bitches like cars, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it helped, but it was down most of the time. So imagine the car I had it for like what 4 months. It was down 2 months out of that 4 months. So McLaren is sexy, hot, but it's not really like usable like a Ferrari or Lambo would be.
They always say that Aventador is a nightmare to maintain. Like the nightmare, it's not a Huracan, it's a nightmare.
Yes,
the big boy ones are.
The Aventador
nightmares.
isn't that bad because like it's still a Lamborghini. They're like bullets.
Yeah.
However, if they have issues and had high mileage, then you kind of screw it at that point.
I really love these guys like Fresh who will always choose a Lambo over a Ferrari because they want the most bang for their buck.
Yeah.
But yo, one in the chat if Ferrari is just better. You know, like if you had to choose one or the other and you have $10 million, would you rather have a garage filled with Lambos or Ferraris?
Lambos.
Oh, really?
Okay, I understand, right?
That's hurt, man.
The Lambos that people see are mainly Huracans. Yeah. But I'm talking about Aventadors, SVJs, SVs, Reveltos.
Yeah.
Those are what I mean. But Ferrari is kind of like a classy, elegant car that people can use. Look, a Ferrari you pull up in, bro.
You had
respect.
the F8.
Yeah.
The F8 is more head turning than any Lambo out.
Nah, SVJs.
At the time you had it. Not right now. I know Reveltos. An Aventador and an F8, bro, they're both stunning, especially from the profile. They both have the swoops and shit.
Yeah.
Or, well, one's more like robotic and one's like water. The F8 is water, like a shark. Got the fin. It's beautiful. I'm talking just from a beauty aesthetic point of view. Mm-hmm. I think Ferraris are more breathtaking. I've always thought that.
SVJ and SF90 together. Because those two, like at least those two are the higher tier of Lambo and Ferrari, where they have like the actual like close price range. But for F8s and SVs, it's pretty reasonable. But I will say though, it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Like I like the speed, obviously the G-force, but Ferrari's more classy. Yeah. It's straight speed. It's smooth.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more like an older type of guy. But,
yeah, and it's like the racy kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's not the city kind of guy, right?
No. But overall though, guys, I think a woman's past does really matter. And as much as they want to say it doesn't matter, they've changed. We got a video to play here that's going to show you guys in real time a woman's past. Now, mind you guys, I want to do a preface here. We don't hate women here on the panel. We just understand how women operate. And at the same time, if you know how they operate, you can win to your advantage. So it's the first video here. Actually, no, the other one, Bills, if you don't mind.
Music.
There we go. So no music. We're just going to do it slide by slide. So this is her before Christ and after Christ. So this is like her actual journey before Christ. And then when she found Christ, what's going on next?
Is this an Allah thing?
No, this is actually a random girl that they just post on Instagram, I believe. So this is her like before Christ.
It looks like trouble.
Dude, toting guns, hanging on random niggas, bro. Rapping.
Yeah, she'd get you killed.
Pookie and Ray Ray. This is before. Dude, she has guns in almost every one of her videos, bro.
Yeah.
Look, who are these niggas?
Throwing up gang signs too.
Look at her life, bro. Now she get baptized, right? Which is good, by the way. I think it's great.
Ooh. That looks like change.
She got thicker. Found a simp to go ahead and wipe her up.
Oh, it could be real if she got thicker. That means she stopped doing drugs.
Getting married.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bro, she went from crack fiend to wholesome.
But can you imagine, right? You just married the person from the past. Like okay, she's obviously changed her image, her look, her weight, all that stuff. But you married that person from the past. The issue is, at any point in time you mess up, you don't do what she wants, or you kind of like stray from the path, she can say, fuck this shit, I don't go back to that. Yeah. You know the worst part? All those guys in those pictures and videos, I guarantee she could talk to anytime. Maybe they're in jail. Yeah. She might stand in the commissary. She might actually talk to them, but like, deep down, bro, those guys have a bond with her that you don't have. So it's kind of like weird. Her past doesn't matter, bro.
Damn.
It's real. So
I mean, let's be real. If she was ratchet, that means they're fucking her in very ratchet ways that the Christian was not going to do.
Yes.
So they have a different kind of bond. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, and also her lifestyle. Back then, there's shit that she did with them, maybe for the business, maybe for the scamming, maybe for like the deals, where like the height of that ecstasy and that like actual drive and that like actual like environment, you can't get that from a regular dude.
Yeah.
Like works a job 9 to 5. Hey,
Yeah.
honey, what do you want to eat today, bro? It's not even comparable.
Yeah.
So how do you compare the new guy, guys in the past? You can't.
And because she's used to those kind of ups and downs, she's going to start arguing to feel high.
And get bored.
Yeah, she's going to do ex-drug addict shit just to, get bored, exactly.
So my thing is like, when she says that she made a change for the better, I'm happy for that. But at the same time, like that change has issues because the past that she has from before, bro, it always is gonna be there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's messed up, bro.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take that.
But hold on, you know the sad part? We saw the video of her past life. You don't see that with a regular girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what girl shows you her past life and says, okay, look at me. I did this. I did that. I fucked this guy. I sucked that dick. Who does that?
Yeah.
Nobody. Now,
It would look way better if she just put this. She's doing it to go viral, humiliating the guy she's with.
Yeah. Look at, what's the guy's name? Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, his current wife, bro, the one that he married recently, her past is almost like this probably.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, whatever, but actually having a girl's past to see is incredible. But normally you don't.
Chat, listen to this. Let's say Fresh was once broke. That broke Fresh, no matter how rich he gets, it will always be inside of him saying, no, this dinner's too expensive. You know, like that, those past selves, they don't go away.
Yeah.
You know, they might be transformed, they might be on the back, but they don't go away. So that hoe in her, she might be quieted down, but she has to come out sometimes.
And you know what's crazy about this whole thing here? Like, when you are with a chick like this, right? She'll placate and be cool and alter her moods or whatever, but it's still there. You get her mad, you turn her up a certain way, it's going to come out.
She's got a real threat against you.
Exactly.
She could go see the whole hood.
But you know what's scary though? I've met girls that are white girls, Spanish girls, you know, Asian girls, where they'll have a guy from the past that either does drugs or scams, and he's in jail.
Yeah.
They still talk to them on the phone, send them money, and then they move on to a new guy, and it's like, wait, who's this guy? Oh, he's just a friend.
Yeah.
A friend? No, you used to fuck him back in the day.
Yeah.
And because you still like him, you keep that line of.
It's their favorite romantic story. Like, I'm doing something good for another human because I feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to the guy in prison, and it's a story really that they keep up for their girlfriends to say, hey, I still talk to that guy in prison. So their girlfriends go, wow, dude, your life is so interesting. When really you're just a nasty whore.
Dude, it's fucking bad.
She belongs to the streets.
But I just wish that like if some people could see the girl's past, they could understand how really bad it is. Because they're like, oh, it's fine. It's not that serious. Bro, if you only knew, like, obviously, Zherka, we know a little bit because we see behind the veil, but they have no idea what they're getting into when they marry these girls that are with a bad
I feel
past.
like just, you know, a lot of us try and forget the women we've dated, but dude, how many times have we dated a good girl and her past still shows up?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, wow, the red pill is a lot deeper than you think. Like, when people think red pill is bad news, no, it's like nightmare news, and then you're free. It's like, I'm telling you, there's good girls that are going to shock you in the world. Like, they're going to shock you. You know how many good girls I know that they're asked on camera, how do you know Zherka? And they start giggling. And then these streamers try and date these women. I'm like, bro, if that name is linked to her, if I didn't fuck her, it's even worse.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
I use myself as a bar. Yeah, I use myself like that. Bro, if I'm around a woman when I'm that aggressive, then clearly she don't respect herself because I'm going buck wild on her, bro. You know what I mean? I'm going it's like if Myron doesn't like a woman
Yeah.
and you date her after she fucked Myron. It's like you would be the Miami's laughing stock, right?
It's like one man's trash is another man's treasure. But no, it's bad because like that actual behavior that you had with her, next guy can't do that same thing for the most part. So it's cooked, bro. Cooked.
If she's ever impatient with you, It's because that fucking prisoner was impatient with her. And she's bringing that side out of her because she wants to feel something with your simp ass. That's why if they say I've dated a prisoner, that's not a red flag. That's like you're done. Never talk to her again. It's not red flag like I have to step on landmines and be careful. No, you're done. She said she dated a prisoner. You've got humiliated. No one on earth knows except you and her.
Yeah.
Cut it there. I don't care what she looks like. And I'm the kind of guy that's like, get some more of that pussy. No, not this time. I'm
Really, nigga?
Because, dude, the red pill guys always look for reasons to break up with a bitch. And I'm like, okay, but you spent a lot of time and money there.
Yeah.
Is that realistic? Why don't you just stop falling for her and just fuck her? So I'm a part of the red pill wave that says if you spend a year with a bitch and she fucks up, kicking her to the curb, as red pill as it sounds, I would rather you just get more bitches and keep her. I would rather you win than fucking lose a year of fucking investment in that hoe. But the problem is, if they do what I say, they're falling in love more. So they're stuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can't you just be colder? Like anytime I have friction with a chick, I just get colder and it doesn't harm me. Right? I just put my energy into another one.
I get what you're saying, but for us, we want to say vet girl for a year at least. So at least with a year, you can see who she really is.
How
some
easy
level.
do you kick them to the curb, Fresh? Like you took her out for a year, you fucked the shit out of her for a year, and now she went to a party you didn't want her to go to.
Yeah.
So I ruined a whole regular, normal relationship with the last one because of that. And everyone's like, yo, that's so red pill and stuff. But the real red pill answer is keep fucking her and bring more bitches on board. That's the real red pill answer. But I guess after a year of bonding, it's stupid to stick around, right?
Well, there's two schools of thoughts here, right? Where you can have that relationship still and keep it going, but is it worth it?
Yeah.
Because, for example, let's say she's like blatantly fucking other niggas on the side, or she's like actually like talking shit to you or hitting you. Then there's no point keeping that because there's no point. But if she's still cool, then she can stay on the side. But like having her as a main, I don't think so.
What if she was a good connect to podcasting clubs or something?
Then yeah.
Like she's useful.
She's useful.
You stop fucking her, but you keep her around?
Of course. Because she's helping
Okay,
you
so
with
for you, it's just numbers. That's how you see it, right?
numbers. Because
Yeah.
look at it this way.
I like that better, yeah.
If you're going to have girls in your life, bro, like
They better be doing shit for you.
you said it on the last podcast. For us, it hurts us because if we fuck with them, what do we gain? Not
Exactly.
much. But if she's useful, then that's fucking great because we have a synergy here.
By the way, I've never heard, when Fresh does these podcasts with mine, I've never heard a girl actually have an argument against that. They try it usually, but when you say, what am I getting? What is the best answer you got from doing the show this long? Because don't tell me it's that you get me. You get me. And
On the table. The best answer?
what's the best one that actually was kind of impressive if we're being charitable to the dumb hoes? There's
Damn,
got to be a good answer you remember.
That's hard, bro. Shit.
Because if they say I'm a lawyer, that turns us off. That's not a big deal. There's got to be a good answer to this.
Think about this. I think it's probably when the girl said, one of the girls said, for example, she said, if I find the guy that I want as my dream man, I will become whatever he needs me to be, but I will learn his actual practices, his business, his lifestyle, and fit in where I can. That's the closest thing I can find to a good answer.
That's like a copying the show answer.
It is, but that's the only thing I can think of that was actually kind of level-headed. All
Yeah.
the rest is just bullshit, bro.
I think Sophia had a good one. She said, suck, fuck, shut the fuck up. She did one of those meme answers
Yeah,
that was
but
strong.
are they really gonna do that though?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, dude, it's all
they
for the
say
camera,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
It's all for the camera.
Yeah.
All these trad wives and these like trad girls, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all
she talk
niggas
so much,
bro. I see.
How are you talking shit about Sophia? She's here.
Bro, I see. No, but not her. I'm saying general. I see them right outside, and I'm like, wait, you just said you're a trad wife, or you want to be a trad wife, but you're over here fucking my man's on the first night. like, bro. Like,
I genuinely think the girls who say suck, fuck, shut the fuck up, can you even imagine them do that?
no. I mean, they can.
Maybe after dinner and all that kind of
But
stuff.
you got to be that guy, and even then, it's like, how many guys you did this with?
I'll tell you this: the girls that will suck, fuck, shut the fuck up, usually they don't even know how to talk about their skill set.
Thank you.
They don't know. They're just some Colombian woman
Submissive.
in Miami that has the skill set. She doesn't know it's valuable. She thinks other women behave like that, and you're kind of shocked. You're like, because you try to tell them like, you try to tell her like, hey, whatever you're doing in this relationship is perfect, but they always think it's like game and stuff, and it's always like some immigrant woman. You know what I mean? I got to be honest, man.
Yeah,
And
it
I
is,
feel
it
like
is.
the Americans, a lot of American girls try and suck, fuck, shut the fuck up, compete with the Colombians I have.
They can't.
And I want to tell them, like, it looks cringe when you try. It looks cringe when you try. She didn't have to watch the podcast. She didn't have to fucking... Bro, if you're ever a woman who has to take notes, I have to suck, fuck, shut the fuck up. She was like drawing little teddy bears to remember this shit. Bro, if you're that person taking notes, it's not that enjoyable.
Yeah.
But if you're like from the slums of Africa and you just know this by nature, that is the fucking best.
Yeah.
And that is rare.
So get this, right? Imagine buying a dog. The dog has no essence as a puppy of learning how it should be, learning from you.
You're comparing a woman to a dog. This is biblical.
Let me finish, right?
This is in the Bible.
So now, this dog that you buy, you train it the right way, and knows how to act from the get-go.
Yeah.
Now, this dog happens to find a new owner.
Yeah.
And maybe you passed away or you give the dog away. Whatever happens, it has a new owner.
Yeah.
Now, you taking in this new dog, you got to train it to your liking.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, these women in America, bro, just to keep it real here, have been trained by society,
Yeah.
by the apps,
To
by
suck.
TikTok, and they do what they want.
Yeah.
So hearing this podcast, you're like, oh, wait, they're telling me to be a submissive and obey a man? Fuck no.
No.
But
Yeah, it
it
doesn't
goes
even
from,
suit you
goes
guys.
from
Yeah.
Venezuela,
Yeah.
well, sometimes Colombia, like Brazil. Some of them actually have like a sense of like actual duty to men
Yeah.
from the past, and they've been
And it's they're enjoying that. I swear they're enjoying.
they enjoy it,
being normal.
but they're forcing it, like trying to be like, okay, if I do these things, I'll get a man.
Yeah.
But can you maintain that for a year,
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years? You can't.
And I feel like you can tell when you're getting head when she's kind of just not about. She's not about feminine nature.
Yeah.
But she's read something mystical about the feminine, and she wants to align with it. But it seems like in this incarnation, that's not her role. And it seems like when you try and force it, we can feel it on our end.
Bro,
We can-
put it side by side. A Latina woman and a white woman.
Oh, it's
Both of
no,
them give you head.
no contest,
Bro,
Yeah.
it's like,
I'd rather take bad Latina head than good white woman head.
there you go. Yeah. But that's the point. Like they don't have to try. They just naturally have like that like sense to please their man. White girls are like,
Bro,
Starbucks?
There's some times where you're getting one in the chat that's gonna get me a lot of hate, but I don't care. It's gonna sound really sus, but I don't care because it's coming from the heart.
How dare you?
One in the chat. If you've been with like a American beautiful woman and when she sucks your dick, she doesn't look like a woman. She looks neutral, not a man. She's somewhere neutral. Look. Here's what I'm saying. When she sucks your dick, she doesn't look like a man, but she doesn't look like a woman either because she's not used to being feminine. But now you get head from a Latina, and when her eyes are looking down, you see the eyelashes. When you see the face sucking your dick, it looks identical to what a woman should look like, and you never second guess anything. With an American woman, it's like it's a woman, but on the inside, it's hollow. It's a shell, robotic. It's a turnoff, and I still get the job done. But I always remember thinking to myself, you know, I made fun of passport bros, but
They were right.
they were right.
Bro.
They were right,
Bro.
They were right about everything.
Listen, my buddy Casey, right?
Yeah.
Has traveled the globe. Brazil, Colombia, Africa, where else? Other spots in the world, right? And he's found that like every spot he's been to,
Casey Neistat, fucking pussy.
yeah.
Is it Neistat?
No, Casey Redbeard.
Okay, right.
And he's coached thousands of men now on how to go abroad and how to find women. And you know what's funny about all these men that go abroad? They find peace and happiness. Even though
Yeah.
they can find it here,
Yeah.
just the thought of having a woman that's actually trained
Yeah.
or been brought up to be this certain way naturally
Yeah.
is way better than faking it here.
What Fresh is saying is it doesn't work if you don't have game here, you're not gonna have game there.
No,
But
no.
if you have game here, you're amplified there, Super Saiyan 3 times
bro.
1,000, bro. So you're on Ultra Instinct, dodging bitches, just they're all trying to fuck you and shit. And here's the thing, though. I'm all talk because I still haven't done a passport bro trip. But within 10 days,
doing one in Colombia.
1 month in
Let's
Colombia
go.
with my ex-roommate. Let's fucking go. And you know what's crazy?
I'll pull up.
They said 7-star hotel is 120 US.
Bro, it's cheap, bro.
What the
Dude,
fuck?
we had a villa.
You could
right?
live in a whole. If you have our jobs, you could live in a 7-star for life,
Yeah.
and you'll profit.
I got a millionaire friend of mine that went to Colombia. I won't say his name because it's camera. But he got a fucking villa on a hill.
Yeah.
Bro, less than $1 million. And
Yeah.
he has the fucking view of all of Medellin. But the funny part is, bro, he fucking loves whores.
Yeah.
imagine going there and not having to deal with whores, just like the Pisces, like the local girls there, because you're that guy.
Yeah.
And you have game.
Yeah. I thought people go for like, I thought there would be like a hooker culture. There's an American culture there. That's why a lot of people go to fuck.
Yeah.
You know, there's hoe
both.
culture.
There's both.
Yeah, everywhere has hoe culture. But I'm saying if you want an Americanized Colombian woman that could just speak enough, you stay in one district, in a gated district. That's it.
That's it.
If you leave the capital, you turn into that's danger. That's we don't promote that at all. That's,
But I think there's some
dangerous pussy's unreal.
that you can find what you want. You just gotta look for it. Now, mind you, I got another video here for you to react to, where it's a stripper actually saying she's changed her life. Now, mind you, strippers, bro.
Here we go.
I can't get past their past because there's so many guys they've met.
Yeah.
If you fuck up, if you don't do what they want,
Yeah.
but we're gonna make a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing, big head? I miss you.
Yeah.
Bro, it's another dick.
Yeah.
But a regular girl is kind of, I mean, it could be something for a regular girl, but like a stripper, you know for a fact, she has customers.
I always say some of the greatest human beings that have done the most for me, and you're in Miami, you'll get this, have been strippers.
Yeah.
But I've seen everyone.
They're useful.
I've seen everyone how they treat everyone else in their life.
Yeah.
And so I'll always maintain that even if they're angels to me, super dangerous people to be around. Very nasty, demonic people, especially when they're good, when they're hiding it. I will never be that. Like a lot of girls have said, but Zherka, women have treated you so good. Even on camera, when you say crazy shit, they're kissing on you. Women have treated you like a god. Shouldn't you, of all people, love women? I'm like, yeah, but I've got eyeballs too. If I wasn't this guy and I was just the average Joe, I would see them for what they are. So yeah, subjectively, it would be a blue pill answer. They've been great to me. Strippers have been great to me, but I don't recommend any regular dude get around these people. They are vicious, violent predators. They are so masculine because they don't have that father figure, so they have to become it. And just because, I don't get harmed around them doesn't mean they're not dragons. I don't care how good you are with women. I will never recommend strippers, escorts, people like that to be around ever. And there's people like Fresh. He's a numbers guy. If he senses it's getting too dramatic, he'll cut the bitch off, right?
Yeah.
But you've also felt the burning end of that too.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Wasn't she a stripper?
I don't even know, bro.
Whatever she was.
All I know is
If they're in Miami, they're strippers. That's all I know.
But the crazy part is that like being here in Miami, you don't know, like, okay, you can have the whole facts a little bit, but you really don't know the truth of it because they have so many things that they don't show you that you would have like no idea.
Let's talk a little good about strippers so it doesn't look like, because when people say we're biased, I'm like, no, we say fair shit. Let's talk a little good. One good thing about strippers, I'll say this. In Miami, strippers can be aesthetically very beautiful. And because anywhere else in the world, strippers are very ugly souls,
Facts, bro.
inside and out. But only in Miami can they look like an Instagram fitness girl, and then you find out she can twerk. You know what I mean? Like I'll say one good thing about them in Miami. You're capable of being tricked. That's a high level of beauty. Because I feel like in LA you can always kind of sense it. You can in New York, in Miami, they go under the radar. Sometimes you're like grabbing her ass, and then you're finding out she's a stripper as you're doing it. And you can hear chat saying stop, but you're not live.
I mean, strippers are resourceful. They have a lot of connections from just being in the club. So that can be used to your advantage. But if you're a regular dude, it's kind of like pointless because
I hate when I'm around strippers and they're like, you, Martin, Fresh, all you guys do is talk bad about us. And I'm like, dude, we're hanging out off camera. Clearly, we don't hate you. Like, what are you talking about? We don't hate. If any strippers watching this, we don't hate you, but we don't want to be around you too long because there's something about you that is a time bomb. Where any other profession, it's not like that. But only strippers, escorts, these kind of jobs, these demonic jobs. You guys are the only group of people that when you're millionaires, you're a time bomb. When you're broke, you're a time bomb. When you're doing okay, you're a time. Every single phase of your life, you're always shattered.
Well, the problem is they make bad choices and they self-sabotage all the time. So whoever they're around will feel the brunt of that because they just have this innate thing where like they're making fast money, but it goes way fast as well. So it's kind of like at some level they know that they shouldn't be there making the money, but deep down they're like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck it up. And they do.
What is that about a woman that if she makes $10 million a year, she has to spend $9 million?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? You know how much power women would have if they just were more logical about their financial setup, investments? They would be so much more confident. They wouldn't give pussy just to anyone. They'd be like, I'm good. This whole make 10 but spend 9, Why am I bringing this up? Because when you date her, that applies to your wallet too.
Yeah.
So be careful.
And they're
with
ruled
that.
by their emotions. So either way, they can't control how they really feel sometimes, and they use it to their detriment. So.
I'll never understand the whole, I go shopping, I spend so much money, and for 10 years it has not filled the void, but I can't stop. I never understand. After 10 years, you have to, as a woman, say, that's enough Louboutins. That's
Drake
enough.
said it best. Strippers are for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, bro. Here's a good time. All right,
Yeah.
let's move forward to the video, though.
W strippers.
It's Trippy Boo.
I hate when they have stupid stripper names like Star or It's Trippy Boo
Or Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes. Like, there's gotta be.
Bitch, I own a Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, like, what the fuck?
They never even have a fucking G-Wagon.
Yeah.
It's always
yeah.
some CLA class
CLA,
shit.
bottom
Like,
of the barrel.
Yeah, and I hate a bad stripper name like that. That's as lazy as a fresh start. That's the laziest.
Fuck you, bro.
Really, nigga?
I've been waiting to say that. Yo, I've been waiting to say that.
You're not talking, nigga. You just came back, bro. You just came back, bro. No, you're not talking. Nigga been MIA forever. Anyhow.
No, but check this out. What is the best stripper name?
That was the best joke he gave.
What was the best stripper name we've ever? Was it India Love? That's not too.
She's a stripper?
She has to be a stripper. What the fuck?
I don't know if she's a stripper or not.
What's the best stripper name you've ever heard, chat? Because I'll say this: it's more attractive when the name is cool. I'm weird like that.
Starlight?
I hate these. My name's Amy. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Your name's not Amy.
You know what name had me kind of like confused? I heard a stripper name. It was so random. It's Sarah.
Yeah, they like those
I'm like-
girl
yeah.
next door shit.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
your name's not Sarah. You're fucking Hispanic. What the fuck? Like, you can't fool me, ho. But yeah, we'll play the
You're
video.
Sarah.
I've had some.
So she said this was.
I'm not being rude. I'm not trying. If she sees this, darling, God bless you. But immediately I'm turned off because, as by definition, stripper means attractive. That's not attractive.
Well, for some
That face is not a stripper
Hold on.
face. You shouldn't be in this profession because I think some women are scarlets. They just have to get out of their system or whatever. But you'll know if your destiny, your cursed destiny, is a stripper if you're good looking in the face. At least that's not a good looking
Well,
woman.
remember, most guys
She's not ugly, but she's not good looking.
most guys don't have the access to women like this anyway. So they see them. Oh my God, you're cute, and they go crazy. But she's saying this was one of the hardest videos I've ever made. I'm sure it is. But obedience over old comfort, peace over fast money, purpose over pretending. I threw away my entire dancer wardrobe, not because I hated it, but because it's not who I am anymore. All right, we'll play the video.
Anymore.
Anymore. I'm sure.
I recently stopped about 5 months
Pause
ago.
the video. Look at the picture of her behind. I don't know why she has that. Is she reformed or is she fucking selling pussy right now? That looks like the dudes who come up to you like, come to this night club at fucking 3 a.m. But look at that. She's sitting on 0 hamstrings, 0 quads, no calves, which is not that big of a deal, 0 hips. She's sitting on 0 glutes, and she doesn't have a tummy. I guess that's good. But if you scroll up and look at that, not only does she not have a stripper face, she doesn't have the body. There is 0 muscle mass that pushes out the fat. There's no. That is. Look, she's sitting down, which would show the most pussy game. That's the worst fucking physique I've ever seen on a woman. I'm telling you, you're not meant for this stripping shit.
You know who she looks like right now, bro? The girl, Lena, the one that's dating Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a thick
Yeah.
version of her. Yeah, Liana, whatever. But yeah,
No, she's better.
We'll play though. We'll play it.
But I was still holding on to all my stuff, all my dancer outfits, all my shoes, just in case I
Not even
wanted
a
to go
sexy
back,
voice.
just in case I changed my
That's
mind.
crazy.
You don't know how hard this is. But God told me it's time to let go.
Yeah.
Every outfit, every shoe, every dollar
Except
I made
that
dancing
poster.
came with a price.
Okay.
Anxiety, soul ties.
Stop it.
depression.
Get some help.
Cried myself to sleep after the club.
Yeah, no shit.
No peace, no purpose,
Yeah.
and honestly, always feeling alone at the end of the day.
Yeah. What did you
This is
think
me
it was
saying
going
goodbye to that chapter.
to fuck?
Niggas don't
This
want
is
you,
me
guys.
choosing freedom over fast money.
Fast, but what?
May I be like me?
Oh, shit.
Pause music.
Oh, this got
Good.
emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at all those panties, bro. Bro, why do you have so many panties?
Oh, do you ever think, I'm not trying to be cruel, but this is gonna come off rude. I'm not trying to be cruel. This is gonna come off really fucked up, and I apologize if you see this, but you ever think she's just sad that she didn't get good at her job? Like if she was smoking hot, she would last a few more years. She'd be smiling. Have you seen smiling strippers for a couple of years?
Yeah.
They enjoy it and then they get fucking jumped by the black ones.
Or also, they actually don't have like the capacity to continue anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? I'm getting older. I gotta get out of the game now. But it's funny. This is like a signal to guys saying, you know what? I've changed. Come save me. Because I guarantee you, she got a bunch of views from this video. A bunch of views, bro. And some guy's gonna say, you know what?
Yeah.
Pull up to Miami.
Yeah.
Pull up to Vegas. Pull up to New York. I got you, boo.
Yeah.
So this is nothing more than a signal to say, listen, I'm now free. But also, our old clients, dude, this is a fucking bat signal. Listen, come save me. I'm here.
Right.
I've given up the pass.
Oh yeah, they
you
never
wanted me to
talk.
change?
They
'Cause hold
never
on.
talk about how those clients don't just disappear.
You wanted me to change, babe? I've changed now. Who wants me? So this is a strategy to exit the club. But I'll be honest with you, bro. The problem with strippers is that like they believe if they just give things up and move forward, people will forget.
Yeah.
Bro, your past is here to haunt you.
Yeah.
And they may take you in now and say, oh, you know what? I'll save you. But your actions, your behaviors, how you move is undeniable. And at one point, they're going to say, this bitch is a fucking headache. Leave. So ultimately, is it a good strategy? No, because once you find that new man, if he says anything, he sees your actual actions and how you actually behave, he don't want you.
Well, you know, it's interesting you said that about the clients because have you noticed every detour or pause from stripping comes from a big gifter? It's never
boyfriend. Boyfriend. He give you money.
Some security somewhere.
He give you a job.
Yeah.
He put you on OnlyFans. And it's funny because strippers are kind of like OnlyFans goes in a way. They'll have a break where they meet a guy and they say, you know what? Okay, I found a guy has money. I can stop.
Yeah.
But they don't know.
I always say if a bitch is going to stripping or OnlyFans, if you nudge that bitch to OnlyFans because she got to pick some degenerate route.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that when you work from home, it's a lot harder to do shit?
Yes.
You start to feel like a hoe in your own house. But the strip club can amplify the hoe energy because you're around other hoes. You can transform with them. But when you're home alone, you can get very sad very quickly.
Yeah.
So it seems like
depressing.
OnlyFans could be a faster way to get out of that lifestyle than stripping.
So there's two avenues a girl would normally use, right? So for stripping, it's kind of like she have access to guys that are in her face. She can see, kind of read, and see if they got money or not. OnlyFans is kind of like, you get donations, but you don't know who the person is behind that computer screen.
Yep.
So you have more interaction, more people, human interaction, where you can actually gauge and kind of guess who you want to talk to, versus OnlyFans is kind of like, you get money, but like there's no real connection there at all. So I think for strippers, they have the advantage because they can find a guy to lock them down and kind of like get out the game in a little bit. Yeah. But keeping it real, they always come back.
I'll say this, Fresh is right. If you were a stripper, the rest of your life is legit. You're playing a video game explaining yourself. There's no way out of it, bro. If you were a stripper for 1-2 years, you can talk for another 80 years on a podcast and there'll always be that comment saying you were a stripper because it involves this higher level of demonic energy, you know? It involves something else.
There's only one way I could think of that you can get out of this kind of scot-free. You move to Europe, change your name, change your hair, everything, and no one over there knows who you are at all.
Yeah.
But now the world's getting smaller. If you notice, people travel from here to Europe for summer all the time, vice versa. So it's getting very small. We're like,
well, they never do that because they have to discard everyone they know.
Yeah, true.
That's tough.
It's hard
because they're already battling with loneliness. But I would say this, man. There is this animalistic behavior that stripper. Like, have you ever met a really asshole bouncer?
Yeah.
He's not even 1%. He is not even 1% as evil as a stripper. As bad as a bouncer could fucking attack you, but he can't harm you as much as you getting to know a stripper. There's a higher level of demonic. I hate when people act like, oh, sin is a sinner. Bro, I'm telling you, you are in grave danger if your friends are strippers or any of these nighttime workers. I've had a lot of male drug dealers that I forget they're drug dealing because they're just chill dudes. But when women drug deal, they're strippers.
Yeah.
It's always coming with some demonic problems. Right?
And I just think that like nowadays, especially with strippers,
like Rye. Do you remember that girl you guys had on here that I'm blacklisting from the show?
Right.
She fucking got my $5,000 PC with all my personal information. She gave it to some schmuck who fucking stole it. And it's not like she took it for herself, but that's what I'm saying. Once a stripper, always a bad friend. Like, and she's done so much good for me, but this ruined it completely. I'm like, I can't believe you had one fucking task and you just you're at the level of an animal. Like, there, if Fresh gave you a teddy bear to take care of and you give it to some stranger, that's fucked up. And I know she didn't do it on purpose or she didn't sell it for money. I know all that, which more normal strippers would do it.
Yeah.
But I still think if I leave something in your house and you get evicted or whatever and you have to leave it in a storage room of some buddies and that buddy fucks things up,
Yeah.
you're a
Responsible.
piece of shit for that. And especially if I've made it a big deal. And I'm like, I remember thinking, I'm like, the sweetest girl I met in Miami, and she fucked me over. What the fuck? It's almost like not only is she a piece of shit, but she fucked me over by accident, because all strippers are bad luck. And now she's married, so God bless her on that.
She's married?
But she's tremendous amount of bad luck. Like, when you go, she did everything perfect and fucking fucked up on the biggest part. And I remember thinking to myself, it's not you, darling. It's your aura. You've got fucking personal issues for the 80 years on Earth. And I'm going to be honest, it's my fault for even being around you people. Like, I always think bouncers and strippers can get along. Nah, if you're a man, you'll always get fucked over by these fucking bad luck demons.
They have no souls, bro. They have no souls.
They're
And-
degenerating their souls. That's what's happening.
Imagine the normal girl on the street has no accountability.
Yeah.
They have nothing to give at all. They have no soul, bro. So
Yeah.
if you look for them for any type of hope, you can forget it.
Yeah.
But,
Total piece of shit, bro. Never be friends with a stripper. I don't care how many times they pick you up with their car. I don't care how many solids they do. Eventually, I'm missing out on memories. That's like Fresh giving his Snapchat catalog of memories with Myron to a girl on a little fucking drive stick on a USB.
USB.
And this fucking stripper leaves it in a fucking someone else's house like an idiot. Just because she want to,
Cooked.
what? Like, what the fuck?
Cooked.
And I don't care about the money, the $5,000 PC, but memories are gone forever.
Forever.
Because she's a fucking stripper and she's not human.
Man, bro, that's wild.
Yeah. That's why I'm blacklisting her off every show in Miami. She's never coming here.
Well, I don't know who she is, but you got to show me after.
I will.
All right, we got some chats here, Bills, and then we'll do the actual sponsor.
The one I said was my type? Zherka?
What?
The one I said that was my type?
It's that one with the tattoos. Rai Costello.
Oh, shit. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
You guys have all met her. She's been on the show twice. And just totally fucking evil person. I said, yo, I don't give a fuck how much that PC costs. There's memories on that. When you lose a PC, it's not like a phone, bro. There's no
Nah,
backup.
dude.
There's
that's
no
like your
fucking
life.
backup.
That's like your life right there.
Yeah.
So, DPG thing. Shout out to you, brother, for supporting Don DeMarco for you, bro. Women lie, women deceive, women suck a lot. Yeah, what the fuck? He ain't lying though at all, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a lot of, bro. W for you again, bro. Yo, this nigga balling, bro. This nigga's balling.
My math is stupid.
He's up to the wire in fire. Gamo 6504 says, explain squashing beef. What the fuck? W show though, my niggas.
You know, if we had to explain it, I have kind of understood it better today when we talked about that fucking retard that I'm not going to give clout to.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes you look just confused because anyone in that position would say, oh, don't platform that girl. Don't platform her. I want you to. That's how clean I am. And, bro, I'm telling you, Fresh made a mistake. But I was convinced it was for that comment with the hate and stuff, but it was something else.
Yeah.
And if we talk about it, it's kind of like giving this random dude. He's so random, I don't think your chat would know. My chat would know.
Yeah, we give him no clout. But what I will say is that, like, it was a misunderstanding.
It should have been a phone call.
Yeah.
But, bro, when you're in this industry, let's say I'm battling someone on Twitter and then Fresh adds on to the headache, it's very hard to call a homie. When I'm arguing with someone, Fresh adds on to the pain, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck Fresh. And, Myron was saying call. But in my head, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to see Fresh again. For some reason, I knew I would talk to you again. And I'm like, yo, I've never really been in this situation because I'm a grudgeful kind of guy. But it's so fucking hard holding a grudge with anyone in this fucking studio because I come up in the red pill. I'm pretty much reborn here, resurrected. I had 200,000 followers, and then you guys resurrect the fuck out of me. So it's fucking impossible to hate Fresh. But I'll tell you this. I've never in my life pieced it that quick with someone. Like, I called you to troll you when I was with Reina. He commented on my new car and said,
congrats, bro.
and that made me feel weird, you know, because I'm like, oh, that was really sweet, because to men, cars are huge, right?
Yeah, huge.
So that felt like, it felt like him saying, hey, Zherka, I met you broke. You're finally doing better for yourself. Shit
Good
like
shit,
that.
good shit, good shit.
But I ignored that. I wasn't a good guy. I ignored you. I ignored that. I didn't respond. Then when I called you to troll with Reina, you didn't answer. You hit me back with normal dialogue, with no trolling. And to me, that looked weird, because I looked at my phone and I'm like, why is he talking like my brother? Oh, shit. It's not that deep.
No, it's not.
Soon as I talked to him, we realized it's a misunderstanding and that we're kind of both pieces of shit. Because if you think about it, we got a lot of views, both of us doing that.
Yeah.
But chat, it's not one of those things where we played you guys.
No.
It looks like it. It's not. It
It's
really
not.
isn't. We were pissed.
Also, keep in mind that like at the moment, we were in the heat of battle. It was like, hold on.
Why Gary? I still don't like Gary. Energy-wise, they're like, you're a Christian. How? Fresh was so easy to forgive. Like, so I did one show without him. Me, Chris, and Myron did
Hold
one
on.
show without Fresh.
You should forgive Gary, though.
There it is.
You guys should make it up.
There it is.
Because
Should I?
hold on. There's no hate in my heart, bro, for anybody, right? No, not for Sneeko.
You glow as a Christian to me. Gary doesn't. It's hard to forgive Gary, bro.
I understand.
It's really hard.
I understand with Gary. But I think for us as streamers, creators, people in the same space, it's better to be together than apart.
Why is there something so gay about holding a grudge in this industry?
Because
You know what I mean?
to be honest,
Because it cucks content, right?
we're all doing our own thing.
Yeah.
And if you look at it from a standpoint of longevity and having a career,
Yeah.
you need people that are with you, not against you.
Yeah.
Because we got a bunch of enemies, bro. All these fucking Alvin Preach haters,
Yeah.
all these freaking like hater channels, bro. They all want to be us, but they can't be us.
Yeah.
So we're in a good spot here where I think like a lot of people watching us, damn, brothers are fighting here. Why are they fighting? But then the fucking haters that say, oh, you guys should battle, do this fucking debate, all this stuff, is because they want to see drama.
Yeah.
And to them, it's like, bro, they're fucking poor plebs on the street that want drama. But real niggas, bro, want us to actually win and be together.
Okay, since you're Mr. Christian, and
I'm not-
I
hold on.
will. No,
You
I
keep-
like this.
you keep saying that. You keep
I want
saying
to
that.
forgive Gary because you inspired me right now.
Yeah.
But you got to forgive Sneeko.
Bro,
That's a good
hold
deal
on,
right here.
hold on.
One in the chat.
Hold on. There's no hate, though. See, the only thing I could think of is like, imagine someone telling you the truth and you don't like it. Because look at it this way, bro. If I was going to say something to you, I would say, listen, bro,
but
did I lie? Did I lie one time?
Hold on. You went on No Jumper. That's when the beef started.
Yeah.
You said stuff that Myron didn't say, and he said, why don't you behave like Myron? That's how it all started, right?
And then we spoke on text saying, listen, I said what I said to you on this actual platform, so you know this from before.
Right.
On the podcast, in person, and on No Jumper. Nothing's changed here. I didn't say
Did he say, oh shit, you did say it to me face to face, or did he say it's behind
he
the
even
back?
said, yeah, I didn't say that you messed my career. I just said that, like, don't talk about my career. And I said, okay, you know what? As a friend, I'll stop. Then
Did you stop? Actually,
I did.
Did he actually stop?
I did. But then you know what happened?
Did he actually stop?
The next day, he makes a video saying, Fresh is a monkey, he's retarded. I'm like, all right, nigga, I'll let it slide. Then again, I said, okay, bro, you want to play games? I can play games.
I don't remember him saying anything that bad.
Oh, no, I saw the clips. And then the funny part is like, this doesn't mean shit to me because, bro, I don't get anything from this.
Yeah.
It's like, roasting Sneeko, I don't gain shit. Like, what's the benefit? So
When you're at 100 viewers, there's some benefit, right?
I mean, dude.
You're at 100 viewers, that's got to benefit you. Hey, guys, we got nothing to talk about. Gary, what should we do? Attack Sneeko. I know how that went. Bro, every fucking podcast I was on with Gary, anytime he'd get bored, because Sneeko ditched Gary once, and he never forgave Sneeko for it. Gary will never forgive you. If Sneeko gets up during a dinner and ditches Gary, and Gary took care of the whole bill, he's like fucking just hates Sneeko on that one dinner. Every time Gary was bored around me, he'd be like, you know what? Sneako's a fucking punk every single time. So I know he was Chancellor Palpatine. You were Anakin. He fucking puppeteers
this is the
that.
truth, bro. Right? It happened.
I used to be under Gary. I used to be with the dark side. I know what he's like.
It happened at the right timing where we get to the
Joined the
podcast.
fucking
It wasn't
trip.
even like we planned that shit, you know.
Yeah.
But overall, I just think as people in the industry,
Yeah. No, if you think about it, Fresh won. Not only did he fucking get all the beef and lore done, he went to 5,000 views with me yesterday.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
you're the mastermind. You're the evil guy here.
listen,
Like at the end of the day, everyone works on Fresh's plantation. We all work for him. It doesn't make sense. I go back home. He's gonna fucking attack me again. He's gonna do all this again. And it's like
you think so?
dude. It's
You think
either
I'm
you
gonna-
or Gary. Someone has to be the mastermind here.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this, bro.
Imagine Fresh is the black Zetsu chat.
I move with intention, bro. I move with intention.
He's the final bad guy. Gary's white Zetsu.
But no, I want all of us to win, bro. Even Sneeko to win. I just get upset when he kind of messes up certain things. But either way,
So what if Sneako's sitting here? What would you say to him? Is it a conversation where you apologize or he apologizes?
I'm gonna say one thing. The question is, bro, did I lie?
You
That's
can't
it.
do that.
That's it.
You can't do. That's how you start a war, bro.
But
what
just keep,
the fuck?
But just keeping it real though. I wish him the best. I want him to
Damn.
win. I want us all to win, bro. Because listen, we're winning no matter what. So W Rumble, W supporters, W everyone that supports the show. And look, me and you, bro, we had our issues.
Yeah.
We squashed it. Some people came in between us, said certain things, but it's all in the past. And look, I look at it this way: if we don't fight and become cool again,
Yeah,
are we really brothers?
exactly.
And in Christ, we gotta win, bro. Because hey, that's our last stance.
Yeah.
The world's against us, bro. So
Yeah, I feel like you wasn't even that brutal.
No.
It was funny,
it
but
was a comment.
Yeah.
It was people talking shit. Me just egging it on. It wasn't even serious.
yeah. But it wasn't as serious as other things. But especially you and Sneeko, it wasn't that serious except the boxing stuff. What
Yeah.
about it? Was that serious?
You know what's funny? So that whole debacle, right, bro? Man, this is where I get mad because, like, at least if you're gonna do things a certain way with Aiden and it was professional, cool.
He got so mad at me. All I said was, why would Fresh fight for peanuts? Because Aiden's
you.
offering peanuts.
Thank you.
And he got mad at me, and I'm like, are you stupid? I'm making the bag bigger for you, too. Like, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker. If I'm talking peanuts, you're supposed to say, yeah, Aiden, this is peanuts for Fresh. You guys get a bigger bag if you don't let Aiden do that to you.
Yeah. Also, remember, this is for Aiden's benefit,
Yeah.
right? It has to make sense for all of us. If not, I'm not doing shit.
What was the real bag? What was the real offer? Can you say
So
that?
last time I was spoken to, they want to offer me like 40K or something like that.
Something garbage, I remember.
And I was like, bro, fuck no. And then Gary negotiated like a higher pay, like 100K.
Yeah.
And then Gary said, nah, that's not enough. We need more. So they're talking and negotiating, but the problem is,
Where did Aiden stop negotiating and start attacking you? What was the figure? It wasn't 100K.
no, it was a little bit more.
He's too cheap for 100K. Stop that shit.
So what happened is that they wanted me to fight in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck no. I have to go to the UK.
Yeah.
I went to France. I do this fucking meeting for us here on the platform. And it's like, I'm not going to be available that month anyway, right? And because I didn't want to do it that actual 2 weeks in right there and then, they said, oh, I'm backing out the fight.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking lie. I got shit to do. I visited said on the show, listen, guys, I got to go to the UK, do all the shit for, for Fresh and Fit. So I won't be here. So when they said do it in 2 weeks, I'm like, bro, either you're trying to fuck me up by having no time to train, or you just want to have that to say I backed out the fight. But there's no actual concrete thing.
Wasn't that the whole point, that it happens really quickly? Wasn't that what they were trying to do?
No.
Oh, really?
He had a fight card for a certain date. So he wanted to fit that date, but I wasn't ready. You get what I'm saying?
So what did you say on text? Is there text proving that you said...
bro, I got so much.
There's text
Bro,
saying, give me
I got
time to
text
fight?
from his manager Tav, from fucking Kane.
Oh, so every
Aiden,
snake
Sneeko.
DM'd you.
Bro, if I need to put proof out there, nigga,
Yeah.
they're fucking toasted because I got everything here.
So what was supposed to happen? 6-month training shit?
So this is what we want to right? Me time to train for myself, and then we actually do the fight proper time. Not 2 weeks when I did, bro. I didn't train shit, bro.
Yeah.
So what's the point? So, but I mean, all in all, it worked out, and we got a bigger bag anyway from doing other shit, so it's fine.
I feel like you guys, even if you decide to do that fight, the bag would just be bigger because it's a lot of lore and energy there. I never want to watch influencers fight. I don't know what it is. It's never. I would watch you and Sneeko. I would watch that.
Yeah?
I would tune in. I'd react to that. That bag better be fat
Gotta
And
be big.
Aiden's doing another brand risk. So what do you want to say to him? Because he's gonna see this.
Well, Aiden,
We're talking 150,
Tell the
bro.
truth.
We're talking 150.
keep it
Aiden.
real and keep it kosher.
Fresh. You can have Fresh for 150. Give him some time to train. 150,000. Do you mind if it's crypto? You don't mind. Don't.
I do want Bitcoin.
Yeah,
need-
that's how they do it.
Michael Saylor said you should have one Bitcoin at least by 2025.
150,000. You fight in 2 months.
Nah, we need
I'll
more
think
than
about
that.
it.
We need more than that, sir.
I'll think about it.
More?
We need more.
All right. Well, tell me my cut first.
All right, I got you.
Oh wait, you trying to be my
I'm
manager,
the new
bro?
manager,
He's
bro.
my
What the
manager.
fuck?
Nah,
Gary's done, bro.
Gary's my manager, bro.
Gary's done.
Gary's the homie. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
So,
but I make you more money than Gary, so I can get Gary
No, you
fired
don't.
right now. You think up one
Bro,
in the chat?
bro,
If Zherka
bro,
and Fresh do a
bro,
podcast,
bro.
it's gonna do bigger numbers than
Bro.
a Jewish guy. Are
Bro.
you fucking crazy?
bro.
Oh my God, you're crazy. You're out to
Gary's made me
inside
so much
of you.
money, bro. You have no idea.
From what? From what?
I'm not saying that shit on camera.
From talking about numerology on the podcast.
That dude, he makes bank, bro. He makes bank.
All right,
But
fine.
either way,
you can have
chat,
Gary. You can have. I'll stop coming on
I
yours.
think the truth has been told here. You guys have known the truth for a while anyway, because I don't cap about anything. And in essence, bro, do I hate Sneeko? No.
Wait a minute.
I don't hate Sneeko. I don't hate Zherka. Nobody.
I've talked to Sneeko privately. It doesn't seem like he hates you, but he's pissed that he didn't get that boxing thing because he doesn't want to.
Nigga, it's his fault.
He doesn't want to
Hold on.
fight a stranger. If he
It's-
fights a stranger,
bro,
nobody gives a fuck about
bro,
that.
It's his fault that it didn't happen. Dead ass.
I don't know. I don't know who to believe. I gotta hear you guys talk it out first. 'Cause
Well, you can see the text, bro. I don't. It's right there. Quick slap. The Fresh W Zherka for squashing the beef. Don't let coconuts come between you two again. Oh,
what
you're
does
funny, bro.
coconuts mean?
That's like the phrase I use for Barbados. Like, listen, man, coconuts.
Bombocad!
It's funny, man.
Fuck
It's funny.
coconuts.
Hey, they're good, bro. They're good shit. You ever had one?
No, but I was gonna ask you.
What? Why you doing this shit?
Oh
then?
yeah, I have had coconut. What am I saying?
Okay.
I was gonna ask you though. What is stopping you from becoming a passport bro? Isn't you really like paying these Miami drink prices and shit?
I don't pay
if
shit.
Andrew Tate became a passport bro in Romania, how come you've never left Miami? What's going on here?
I don't pay shit.
Fresh is kind of a
I get
passport,
in
bro.
clubs for free. I get tables for free.
Yeah, but you have to talk to these stupid
no, I
idiots.
don't. Dude,
The women, you got to
bro,
talk to them.
Bro, I'm in the section chilling. Oh, where you from? Dude, they talk to me.
One in the chat if you think he won't leave Colombia. You'll find it funner.
Nigga,
way more.
I've been there twice.
Is it good?
I don't like it.
What?
Dude.
That means I won't like it. What the fuck?
No, it's because friends go there and they go pay. I don't like. To me, bro.
You didn't go and chat up some fucking hoes at
on Tinder, yeah. So before I got there on Instagram and Tinder, I did like a whole fucking geolocation shit.
No, we're not. We do yacht parties with OF girl. You'll
But
like
here's
our
what I'm saying.
shit better.
Before I even get there, I have a fucking list of girls I can talk to. So by the time I get there, okay, cool. Let's go here. Let's go to the mall.
Did you fuck them?
Yeah, of course.
And did you say this is better than Americano?
No, because they're boring. Okay. I'm not
Oh
saying this,
my
right?
god, he's ruining it for me.
Here in Miami, you have the culture. You have girls from all over the world, France, Spain. You got girls from Venezuela, Colombia. They're all here.
Yeah.
So me going over there just to get Colombian girls, like, what's the point?
Did they at least look the part?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're bad. They're bad.
Okay.
But they come here anyway.
Yeah.
And
Miami's
remember,
a
the
lot.
lifestyle here is better because I don't pay shit.
Yeah.
I just pull up. You know, Colombia is cheap though.
Yeah, like when no one knows your name in a country, it's different
Yeah,
game.
different.
It's a very different game. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, all the fucking passport bros make Colombia a big spot. So now everyone knows to go there. See, that's the issue. When you let the secret out and everyone knows where to go, it's a bunch of tourists and the girls are like, oh, pay me, Poppy.
Yeah.
Pay you for what, bitch? Weren't you $20 2 years ago? Now you want $100? That shit fucking sucks, bro.
Fresh.
So-
I actually argue that you kind of are a passport, bro. Maybe just not the traveling.
Well,
but
you know
the
what?
type.
You know what? You're right, Mo, because I'm a passport bro, but in Miami.
Yeah.
So
What
do you
I don't date Miami girls, only foreign girls.
Oh, that they're leaving anyway?
Like Albania.
Yeah.
You know, like
Don't smile and look at me like that. What the fuck?
The girl I
That's
showed you.
fucked up. That's like me saying I fuck Barbados. That's evil.
Bombocad!
The point is that like being here is better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so what? You went twice and never again now?
No.
Fuck, bro. You're the first person I talked to that had a negative
But
opinion.
I'll go with you, bro. I'll go with you.
I feel like we'd have fun because my old roommate Kendall, he manages OF girls. He's got a yacht, all that shit.
yeah.
We get to skip the getting to meet people, so you're just surrounded by women immediately. And you know our style where we just want to make them laugh. We're not horny until it's
Just chill.
time to go home. That style is the best with these kind of women.
But do you know Spanish?
Nah, but like we got Google Translator, we got AI.
I'm
Bro.
about to say you're gonna need that as your best friend.
Yeah. They said if you don't speak the language, you're not gonna like these countries.
Yeah, you gotta have that right next to you at all times. So,
On
it's all
God.
good.
I want to make that my spot. Like if people say that YouTube guy Zherka is always in Colombia, he has a spot there. If I become that guy, if I do it in Miami, you know what's interesting about Miami? In LA, I can stand outside a nightclub and they cannot recognize me. In Miami, they always show love. And I'm like, what the fuck is the difference from LA and Miami? Where in LA, I can look really retarded. I can look like just some fucking average. In Miami, so much love. That's why I love this city. It's like
It's good.
This is the one place you can go out alone. But again, for me, it's really not worth it. I'd rather have a third world spot. You know, I'd rather have like that Andrew Tate thing where you could just get a giant mansion and you don't have to worry about. It's either that or I get SLS building. And what am I paying? $5,000 rent for? Well, this is a good size, but I mean, I'd rather have a mansion. Let's go to third world, have a mansion. What the
Which
fuck?
we don't know that building.
Mo, would you come to Colombia?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
I got some. I mean,
I'm gonna make it a spot. Like if I don't get married this year, I'm gonna turn into the fucking man whore of the universe, and I'm gonna have the best red pill spot in the world. And I'm telling you, Colombians are the best looking down there.
I believe you, bro.
Yeah, they are. I'm not saying that because they got white. There's darker ones that are beautiful too. I'm not just saying that, right?
I've had some dark skinned ones from Colombia too.
Yeah, they're really nice.
All right. We got any more chats here, Bills, or no?
You
Cool. Awesome. Or from our sponsor, and then we hello here. We got a show with some girls coming up right now with Chris.
Okay.
Or from our sponsor
Who's
for
the
the
sponsor?
show.
Is it Gary?
PDS. Not today.
PDS
but PDS
Debt.
Debt is the sponsor for today's show.
And first, what animal did you have? What animal did Gary give you?
Monkey.
So he said you're good in America?
Yeah, good in Florida, Miami.
Yeah. He says that Nick has a problem in America. Same with Sneeko. Do you buy that shit?
I mean, certain things are true.
Yeah.
I just don't know everything to understand everything. So
But are you a numerologist? Like, can we say that you are?
I would say I'm learning as I go. But what I will say is that like it does have some truth to it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I would rather choose God over anything else.
A lot of people thought I was around Gary because he was paying me. He never paid me. He was doing me homie favors. That's why I like being around him. He was doing me serious
Gary's
homie
cool.
favors.
Gary's cool, man.
So he's not paying you, right?
I mean, we work together.
Oh, he's paying you. Wow.
I mean, it's a partnership.
Oh, wow. It's like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is one of our sponsors here. PDS Debt. We love what you do, and we don't want you to change. Our collective success depends on you staying true to your personal brand and style. What always works best is if you talk about your own experiences with debt. Why you wish PDS Debt has been available when you were experiencing debt, and why you believe PDS Debt can help you with your viewers. So let's see here. Folks, the American dream is under attack. Hardworking patriots like yourself are being crushed under mountains of debt. Why? Because creditors love debt. They want you to be stuck in their high-interest traps. They want you to be drowning in student loan debts, credit card debt, and skyrocketing mortgage rates. Because when you're broke, you're controllable. Very true. So what do? Take control, fight back, and that starts with PDS Debt. They've helped tons of thousands of people live debt-free, and it goes beyond the numbers to understand your unique financial situation. Got a personalized special plan designed just for you. There's no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save more, pay off your debt faster, and start putting money back where it belongs, in your pocket. PDS Debt is A+ rated by Better Business Bureau, boasts hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google, and holds a 5-star rating on Trustpilot as well. Why? Because PDS Debt has helped many people get out of debt. So once again, guys, the link is down below in the chat. Go support us and support PDS Debt. All right, and the code once again is pdsdebt.com/FNF is the actual website, and you're 30 seconds away from being debt free. Get your free assessment and find the best option for yourself at pdsdebt.com/FNF, and that's the code right there. Cool.
PDS Debt.
There you go. Zherka, where can I find you, bro? What's going on next for you?
TheZergaOfficial.com. Twitter is TheZergaOfficial, and I'd have to say Twitter is the most addictive fucking app. I'm also John
It
Zherka
is?
on YouTube. Bro,
You like
Twitter, aren't you all day on, like, that is the app that occupies all your time? Am I crazy, or Twitter's the most addictive?
When I got banned on Instagram, yeah, because I had nothing else to use.
People don't understand. Twitter, bro, that's where you form relationships, strong relationships. For you, is IG, right? The best
Instagram,
people
bro.
you met?
For networking, for collaborations, Instagram all the way.
I'll never promote IG because they ban anyone for anything. Twitter is better, bro.
I think it's the hackers, bro.
What do you mean?
Because like you could pay somebody to ban your account.
Is that what happened to you?
Probably.
Was it your solo account got banned too?
Me, Myron.
Your solos?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the main page.
Brutal.
So
yeah.
you never
fucking
know.
Hate,
All right,
fucking hate
fellas,
that
we're
shit.
gonna head to the show with some girls in about 35, 45 minutes. We'll see you guys there. Peace.